حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونشكره ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير وأشهد أن نبينا وعظيمنا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا محمد بن عبد الله بن عبد المطلب الذي أرسله الله بدين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين أما بعد اللهم صل على نبينا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه العزيز الكريم واتقوا فتنة لا تصيبن الذين ظلموا منكم خاصة واعلموا أن الله شديد العقاب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us a warning through this verse of the Quran and says you should be fear and be mindful of fitna, calamity, disaster, something that unbearable, something that we cannot endure. Because when the fitna comes, it touches all aspects of life. It touches you psychologically and it touches you physically. Just imagine one of your loved ones and children being hospitalized. Emotionally, what you go through. That's how the fitna touches us. It touches psychologically more than physically. If I have any sickness or if I have injury in my body, I will not have an emotional disaster. But when we have a calamity, something that will change the way of life we are in, Allah says you have to fear. Why do you have to fear? The verse continues and says, Fitna, la tusibanna alladhina zalamu. It is not going to be exclusive for those who transgress it. If part of the society do something wrong, it's not going to stay with them. If a calamity comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is not going to touch only specific people. Example, if there is a drought or less rain, it will affect everybody, not only the farmers, the city dwellers, everybody. If earthquake takes place, it will affect everybody. Although the reason those things may happen is something we have done by ourselves. There is some other calamity that we don't encounter as a calamity, especially as Muslims. Coming into this nation and raising our children, as an elderly person like me, children grown up, just imagine the tasks we were facing that time. The children were attending public schools, associating with people who doesn't have the same faith and same behavior we have, same values we have. And it was a challenge that has caused us enormous pain. Some of our youth may be in jail, some of them maybe went through the drugs. But we always try to find out a cosmetic solution. One of the simple examples we face today, imagine yourself how many times you've been called to recite the Quran and make ruqyah. A youth being affected by drugs, and the drug caused their mental health. Just imagine how many times you've been called to do so. But that fitna should have prevention, because fitna does not have solution. It has prevention. You have to stop before it takes place. And the fitna Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks in this verse is the fitna that happened between the Muslims and the kuffars when they were opposing enemies. But imagine when the enemy is inside your house, when the enemy is part of the society, when all these things are now something that we share, something that we cannot avoid. And that's the calamity we are facing. Because we are engaging with the society in a different kind of aspects. And those society we are engaging, few of them has the same value we have. And today, people who have the same value becoming minority. Or the noise and the notion becomes more. That's why we feel as a minority. You imagine, when we came to this country, the education was secular. There's no religion, there's no faith to be implemented in the schools. And we said, Alhamdulillah, we can teach our kids religion, but we didn't see the calamity that we were facing. And every day passes, a new phenomena comes up. New calamity comes up. But do we see it as a calamity? Some of the calamity we are facing requires that we should stand up together, irrespective of ethnicity, irrespective of background. Since we share the word La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah, it should be faced collectively, not individually. And also, it should be faced individually. The important that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He's mentioning all these calamities, the effect Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam warned us. The hadith being narrated Imam Muslim. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the portion of the hadith is fitnatun kaqidr al-layl al-muzlima, a calamity that looks like portion of a very dark night. Yusbihu al-mar'u mu'mina, when the dawn comes, the person will be a mu'min, believer. Wa yumsi kafira, at the end of the day is out of the religion. Exactly that's what we are facing today. What's supposed to be something very remote today is in our face. Just look at your workplace. Something that was not acceptable today is acceptable. It's coming to the schools. But we can mention how this calamity it is and going on and on and on and on. And the new one is the one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent in a specific prophet, Prophet Hud alayhi salam. I need you to look and search on your Quran application, Nabiullah Lut. Just put Lut. Then put Ibrahim. Then put Musa. Then put Isa. And put all the other prophets. All of them, they have one message, except Lut alayhi salam. All of them, they are propagating Tawheed. وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا. Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do not associate. Do not give His rights to the others, except Prophet Lut alayhi salam. Prophet Lut, you don't find anything else. There's no zakah, there's no salah, there's no tawheed, nothing, except the behavior of his people, the people Allah sent to him. أَتَأْتُونَ الْفَاحِشَةَ مِن دُونِ النِّسَاءِ أَتَأْتُونَ الرِّجَالَ شَهْوَةً مِن دُونِ النِّسَاءِ. Are you seeking your desire towards the male rather than the female? In one occasion, Allah says, no one has practiced this practice before you, anybody. No one has practiced. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala distinctively sent this behavior to be eliminated, a prophet. But we don't see that. We see it some, act of some people's action. It is not. It is something that can cause calamity. And what happened to Qawm Lut? فَجَعَلْنَا عَلِيهَا سَافِلَهَا. Allah has turned upside down. The whole portion they were living in was cut and put upside down. All the other nations, some of them being sent a bang of noise, some of them being sent wind, some of them being sent rain, you name it. Sayha. Some of them zalzala, you name it. But this specific nation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took the ground they were living and put it upside down. Imagine if that's the situation. And today we are facing it. It is not only facing it, it is the norm, it is the culture. And only that, they naming themselves, this is behavior. It's nothing to do with belief, it's a behavior. If I behave, lying is a behavior. Honesty is a behavior. Provider, somebody who is always giving away his wealth for the good. Somebody who holds his wealth is a behavior. Allah mentions all these things in a good and in a bad way. When Allah talks about the kuffars, talks about the aqidah and everything, and Allah links to the good actions that they avoid. وَلَا يَحُضُّونَ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ وَيَأْكُلُونَ التُّرَاثَ أَكْلًا لَمًّا. You name it. ما سلككم في سقر قالوا لم نكن من المصلين ولم نكن نطعم المسكين وكنا نخوض مع الخائضين. They mentioning all the good deeds. But specifically Qawm Lut, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the Prophet to challenge them the behavior they were behaving. And it's not going to stop there. Why I'm saying that? Because the name they have has got a plus at the end. Tell me what the word plus means. Means extra. Tomorrow will be ancestors, animals, you name it. We don't know what's coming. And then, if that behavior is just me and my private life, that's well and good. But it is not. It's becoming institutionalized. It's becoming part of the life. Haqiqatul hayat, that's what's coming. And don't be surprised, I've been informed several times, it's at the schools, the books they read, the information they give. Now, even it goes now to the medical system. The doctors, they are working on it now to be given a direction. The doctors, if somebody comes and says, this, before it was psychological issue. Now it is not, it's a medical issue, you have to help them. And if you ask the doctors, they will tell you, there's a seminars, there's a policies in draft. Education, in. And my talk is directed now to the young families, those who have young children. Yes, my children grown up, your children as an elderly person is grown up, but what is your grandchildren? What your son or daughter will do to safeguard your offspring? That is what we need. I can't be alarmist. I can tell you all the bad things, but what is the solution? The solution is in your hand. And I'll give you in a number form. The first solution. Allah says, إن تصبروا وتتقوا لا يضركم كيدهم شيئا. إن تصبروا شرطية. If you are patient, very patient, endure, وتتقوا, and you fear Allah, you're mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لا يضركم كيدهم شيئا. Whatever effect comes from them, whoever they are, is not going to affect you. But ask yourself, do I have a taqi and do I have a sabir? Again, Google the word taqwa, search on your app, Quranic app, the word taqwa and the word sabir. What we neglected is engagement with our children. That's what we have. Some of our youth are gangs, some of our youth are in drugs, some of our youth are not doing well in different aspects of life. Why? Because we were not engaged with them. It's easily said. How do we engage our children? How are we going to engage? Please, put aside every day between half an hour or 1 hour. No gadgets, no phones, no TV, nothing. Just sit with your kids, grab your Quran, read, and let them sit and read with you. The relationship will become stronger day by day. You will become their friends. You will become the father. You will become the uncle. It is not the society we grow up, me and you, because that society, the person passing on the street will hold your ears and tell you what to do, how to behave. In here, that's abuse. Nobody can do it. In here, you cannot even give a strong stand against your children. Now we have to develop the relationship between us and our children. Start with every day. Half an hour, 1 hour. Change the tone and say it's study time. They love it. Reading time. They love it. Bring to the masjid. Do not come by yourself. However young they are, doesn't matter. If it's 2 years old, he's got his napkins, you bring him deep. Hold the hand, look next to you. Let him learn this is his place. Engaging your children as a young father and young mother is far more important than the money you accumulate, the house you buy. It's far more important. As a mu'allim myself teaching the kids the Quran, the things that I could not change is the parents coming to me and said, oh, my son has got a soccer. My daughter has got a netball tournament. This is the final day they have to attend. That is the worst thing. I said, taqwa sabr. In tasbiru wa tattaqu la yadurkum kaydihim shay'an. That's number 1. Number 2 is engaging with your children. Start slow and increase. Even sometimes when they watch cartoons, watch with them, sit down with them. If they want to play sports, if you are a cricket fan, play with them cricket. If you're soccer, play with soccer. Go, engage with them. I can sit down with my friends and have a cup of coffee. It's not going to help them. They have nobody here except me and you. Now when that thing happens, they will tell you everything. Dad, this thing happened. Mom, this thing happened. Dad, then you will know the information. It will not be shocking. As an elderly who is a community leader and doing a lot of things, how many times your mother came to you or father came to you? Oh, I don't know what my son is doing. A lot. But are we equipped? Sabr and taqwa. And the last but not to the least, very important, something we all neglected. Most of the masjids and marakis. Hifdul Quran. Why do I say that? And I will conclude this part. Hifdul Quran. We underestimate Hifdul Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun. We reveal the Quran and we the ones who are protecting it. Now, just ask yourself, if you have a boat, car, closet, something that you store something and you have a gold inside it, will you safeguard the gold or the vessel? The things are carrying. If you have money in your pocket, you're not only safeguarding the money, you're safeguarding your pocket. You hold it like that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun. We the one who reveal the Quran, and we took the responsibility of protecting it. Now if I'm the vessel of the Quran, I'm carrying the Quran, do I have the protection of Allah under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Yes. Yes. Those who memorize the Quran, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Ma'a safaratin kiram. The malaika, that the highest status. And to the last, if your child memorizes the Quran, in the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a crown of light. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. أما بعد، إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم اصلح ذات بيننا يا رب العالمين. اللهم اصلح ذات بيننا يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا أولادا صالحين يا رب العالمين. اللهم لا تفتنا في هذا البلد يا رب العالمين. اللهم لا تفتنا في هذا البلد يا رب العالمين. اللهم احفظ المسلمين في هذا البلد يا رب العالمين. اللهم لا تؤاخذنا عما نسينا يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغيرا. اللهم ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغيرا. اللهم ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغيرا. اللهم اشف مرضانا. اللهم اشف مرضانا. اللهم اشف مرضى المسلمين يا رب العالمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا السماء. الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.